If you're building a history book collection and don't know where to start, here's 5 history books I think every history reader should have on their bookshelf. SPQR by Mary Beard. SPQR is hands down one of the most essential texts on ancient Rome. Beard is both deliberate and challenging in how she recounts key events, prominent figures, and society throughout Roman history. She provides both an academic and accessible understanding of the politics, the social construct, and the lore so many readers of Roman history love, but in a beautifully constructed manner. If you want to understand how Roman identity was formed and how its history was shaped, this is where to start. The Silk Roads by Peter Frankopan. This book helped reshape my thinking on world history. Frankopan shifts the center of gravity from Europe as the main power player to the East, highlighting vital roles of Persia, India, and China and their influence on global trade and commerce. It's meticulously researched and challenges everything you thought you knew about global power, trade, and influence. Silk Roads is a must-read for anyone craving a deeply rooted understanding on world history from a global perspective. 1776 by David McCullough. 1776 is a masterclass in narrative revolutionary history. While most revolutionary books focus exclusively on famous battles, McCullough highlights the viewpoint of George Washington as a leader under immense pressure, the psychology of the revolution, and the unpredictability of their history. Washington is portrayed not as a myth, but as a man wrestling with impossible decisions. If you want a deep-rooted understanding and better knowledge on the revolution, this is a great book to start with. If you're looking for an awesome book on the Great War, The War That Ended Peace by Margaret Macmillan. Macmillan brilliantly explains how decades of peace unraveled into what eventually became the Great War. Macmillan examines the decisions, the miscalculations, and ideology that led to ultimate catastrophe. She ties in personalities, diplomacy, cultural shifts into a beautifully weaved story that's intelligently layered, beautifully sophisticated, and essential if you want to understand why the 20th century unfolded the way that it did. Inferno, The World at War, 1939 to 1945, by Max Hastings, is one of the most comprehensive one-volume human-centered accounts on the Second World War. This book covers every theater of the Second World War, from Japan, encompassing all of Europe, and America in intimate detail. Hastings masterfully weaves strategy and politics with the raw experiences of the people on the ground, from soldiers to civilians to victims. It's sweeping in scope and covers a ton of information in great detail, but never loses its emotional core. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books and what other books should be included for anyone looking to build out their history collection.